On this episode of Where You Live, we take a closer look at my hometown, Castlegar. In 1946, Castlegar was incorporated into a village, then in 1966, a town. In 1974, they amalgamated with the village of Kinnaird, and the population doubled in size. The city of Castlegar gets its name from Castlegar in Ireland, and the city of Castlegar has a number of projects on the go to accommodate the over 9,000 residents that call the city home. We are now inside City Hall, and I am joined by Mayor Lawrence Chernoff, and we are in the mayor's office. So first off, Lawrence, thanks so much for joining us.
I'm glad to have you. It's always good to have Shaw.
So we're talking about Castlegar and all the great things that are happening in the city. So maybe start off by telling us some of the projects that are going to be coming up this year.
Well, we got some road projects, the big road job with the grant money, and really that's kind of we're looking at infrastructure, as much infrastructure that we can do in the next coming years. We think it's important, but it is vital because the funding's in place. When you look at the dollars that are available and when you get grant money, to me, when you try to do the best for the taxpayers, to have those grants in place, and we do have that huge grant for Columbia Avenue, and it makes a big deal out of it, because when you talk about 33%, and I think in further grants it moves even lower to 17%. So you take that chance, because lots of people look at that and say, well, you're spending money on roads and stuff like that, and it's stuff that you don't see till you see the payment on there, but it's all the infrastructure that we need to do, and those are kind of that we looked at in the next couple of years, as much infrastructure we can do with as much grant money that's available.
Now, one of the grants that you guys did receive was for the bike path, and the bike path is really coming along to connect the other side of the Kinnaird Bridge to Castlegar, correct?
And exactly, and that goes back to the funding again, where we got a split from the provincial government and BC Hydro, and that finishes that link, so that we got that link, and it's all about the safety that we need for people can ride, and we really want to see like more kids, more young adults riding their bikes, and if you make it safe, then they can do it. And then we make that connection there. That's the last link, and it's going to almost the same that's on this side of the bridge will be on the other side of the bridge, and we have that ability to do that with this funding. Again, it only cost the city $59,000, and the total project is $168. So when you look at the dollars keep coming in, and you keep doing these things because the opportunities are there, so the taxpayer benefits, and so does the communities.
What are you hearing from residents and about the bike path? I know it kind of got off to a bit of a rocky start, but now that it's in place, what are you hearing?
I think we're hearing good things, Jen, and we look at the people. We heard stuff in them initially, but it's about the safety of people riding bikes, and there's more traffic on there than ever. And to get that connection to the college, there's students over there that ride bikes and staff that ride the bikes all the time, and it's just safe to do it. And like I said, it's a nice, easy path to drive, and it's easy to do it all the way down the line. And like I said, you avoid that big interchange that we have, and it works better. It works way better now. So if we can get this link done, ride your bike, enjoy it, do it safely.
Now let's talk about the Columbia Avenue redesign, because that has gone back and forth to public meetings a couple of times. So where is that at? I know that another meeting is, I believe,
there's another meeting to kind of finalize that. We've applied for another grant, which is a huge amount of dollars. It's in the $5 million mark. So when you look at that gets that another section done that we're really, and it's trying to update Columbia because it's the busiest part, but it needs update, it needs repair, but at the same time, you need to do the infrastructure. It's not going on, and when we talk to the Ministry of Highways and Transportation, it's like, well, we can pave it today, but are you going to be able to do the groundwork and to do the new water lines and new sewer lines that we need to do? And we hopefully can get that done, and hopefully this grant comes through and we're able to do that. The other section that we're doing is from 11th Street to 17th, another update. If you look at the pavement, the sidewalk, those things are falling apart, and it's just age. And as you go through the process, like I said, when the grants are available, it makes a huge difference.
Now let's talk about one of the projects that's been completed now for a couple of years. There was still a couple of little tweaks being done, but Millennium Ponds, that's been up for 2 years now, I believe, or open for 2 years now, I believe, and with the addition of the dog park this year. So how are things going at the ponds?
Well, it's it's an incredible, because you hear from residents from all over the place. It's just not Castlegar, but you hear trail residents, Roslyn residents, people coming to the park and telling us, hey, this is unique. Yeah, we said it to you. It's probably unique in North America. But the big plus is all the other things that are going on in the park. The pavilion's up there now. You know, the soccer fields are there. The bike park's in place. It's got first two phases done. Third phase coming up. The dog park, you know, so if you wanted to me, it's just become so family oriented, and that's really what we want. We want to be able to, whether you're a senior or a tot, you can go down there. You can go down there anytime. There's exercise equipment down there. There's all these things down there. To me, it's such a family thing, and I mean, that's kind of been my goal. What do I do for families in the community? And like I said, you can go down there. You can have your lunch, or you could have anything down there. It's a nice, pleasant thing, and it's just unique to what we do. And I mean, the views are spectacular, and people that come down and just can't believe that a community our size can accomplish something like that. You know, so as we go through the park and do things, we build it up. We get more people down there. I mean, there's pickleball, tennis courts, all those things down there. So if you want beach volleyball, hey, so you can do anything that you want. You can do it as a family. You can do it as a group. You know, and for seniors, it's easy access. It's you know, and I think one thing that I'd really like to do down is really expand it, like a huge playground. I'd love to see down there for the kids.
The other big attraction here in Castlegar is Castlegar being named the sculpture capital of Canada. So let's talk about Sculpture Walk.
Yeah, and that's to me a story that started on pretty shaky ground, because you know, council kind of had to make a decision about, you know, well, are we going to invest the money or aren't we going to invest the money? But as the years progressed, it just got bigger and bigger and better. But I think the success of the program really goes to the community. It's the buy-in from the corporations, it's buy-in from the families, it's buy-in from the individuals, and then this is what you got, and people talk about it all the time, and the big plus that has helped businesses downtown better, you know, other than brings people down. And you see people at all hours, nights, Saturdays and Sundays, when you used to be seeing a lot of people in the downtown core, you see a lot more people down, like I said, and for everybody to, and there's a selection for everybody. I mean, the local artists in the beginning were, oh, I'm not sure this is going to work, and we weren't sure, because you honestly don't know what to expect, right, from the artisans, and now we're worldwide, so you get these guys. I think the last time we were here, or this year, it's 120 some odd people are applying for 30 some odd places, you know. Wow. So it makes it, you know, it makes the viability of it, but it brings that attraction to the community, and anytime you talk to people about tourism and stuff like that, what they want to see is that uniqueness, and I think we got that. Here's where we're going to try and get things done, as you know, we're just going to carry on as normal. To me, it's trying to build what we've already started and try and finish the other project. I mean, the huge project is, I guess my biggest goal is the airport. You know, when we deal with the airport, with Jepson Aviation doing this report or survey or whatever you want to call it, it's going to give us what we think we need to go the next step. And to me, when we talk about economic driver, that's huge to this community. It really is. If we can get that reliability to the airport, we're on our way.
A tour of Castlegar would not be complete without a trip to the Dougalboar Discovery Centre, where you can learn everything to do with the Dougalboars and their history here in Castlegar. And I'm joined by Lisa Posnikoff, who is with the Dougalboar Discovery Centre. So Lisa, maybe start off by telling us a little bit about the history of the Dougalboars here in Castlegar.
Well, the Dougalboars migrated to Canada in 1899 to Saskatchewan, and from there they migrated to British Columbia in 1908. So the Dougalboars first settled in Udashenya, the plateau where the airport is today, and from there they spread out into the Kootenay-Boundary area and built villages much like this. When the villages were being lost due to arson or just a plain abandonment, this village was constructed to preserve our history.
And it really does showcase the history of the Dougalboars in the area, correct?
Right, yes, and we tell the history right from Russia to present day.
So maybe just talk about, because it is the main house and behind, what can people see when they come to the Dougalboar Discovery Centre in the main house?
The people will see how the Dougalboars lived between 1908 and 1939 in a communal setting, and then the outbuildings also portray how the Doukhobors lived, how they farmed, their lifestyle.
Right.
It portrays their lifestyle.
Now, obviously, you see a lot of tourists, but do you see a lot of residents also coming to the Doukhobor Discovery Center?
Yeah, we hold some events every summer for locals, and they come out and just take time just browsing around the courtyard and the buildings, and we take in memberships, and locals bring their guests to visit the center.
Nice, nice. So it really is, a great way to see a piece of Castlegar, correct?
Yes, a wonderful way to see Castlegar, and we're happy to share other venues how to get there and what else can be seen.
You bet. Let's talk about because you also have an extensive audiovisual collection as well, correct?
Yes.
Do you guys have that open all year round?
No, we only open from May 1st to September 30th.
Right, sorry.
But we do have the shoulder seasons where we will open by appointment. The artifacts that we have on display show the farm implements the Doukhobors used. We have a kitchen with it's a communal kitchen with a bread oven, and just shows the day-to-day lifestyle of the Doukhobors. We also have a banya or a sauna, how the Doukhobors bathed and did their laundry in the building. And there's a blacksmith shop, which is an authentic, over 100-year-old blacksmith shop that was relocated to this site, and various other artifacts that were part of the lifestyle of the Doukhobors.
Now, a lot of it is hand tools, right? It's not going to be the modern, obviously, considering the time, but the Doukhobors really did use a lot of hand tools, correct?
They did. They used hand tools. They made them themselves as well. They were very self-sufficient.
You bet. Let's talk about some of the events, because I know that you guys have St. Peter's Day.
Yep.
As well as your opening day. So let's talk about some of the events that you guys have here.
Coming up first is our annual general meeting on April 30th, followed by our opening day, May 1st. And then we hold a Peter's Day commemoration, and that was the day that the Doukhobors burnt their guns in Russia in 1895. And we commemorate that and welcome the locals to come and learn some of our history. And then we have various events that are part of the community. But the Columbia Basin Tour. We take part in the Columbia Basin Tour. We have the Selkirk Weavers housed in one of our buildings here, and they are part of that tour as well. So that becomes a free day for tourists to come and take in the Doukhobor Discovery Center.
And also not only the Doukhobor Discovery Center, but also see the Selkirk Weavers,
That's
correct?
right, yes.
So the Doukhobors have a long history here in Castlegar that still stands today, with a lot of their relatives still carrying on and doing the history of their culture, correct?
That's right, yes. They're still active today. One of the popular events is the May Long Weekend Youth Festival, and they still participate in various fundraisers and activities that they donate funds and goods to other countries, poor countries and people in need. And so yes, they're still very active.
And they still do, while the communal living, I think, has gone away from their culture, they still do get together for potlucks and parahi bakes and all that sort of stuff, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the community mindset is still within the Doukhobors, even though they live in their individual homes.
So your season starts May the 1st, and how long does it run till?
We close on September 30th, and as part of BC Culture Days, we have another free weekend during our closing. And again, we open by appointment after that.
Gotcha. So if people want more information, they can go to the website?
Our website will be up for, we're building a brand new website, and it will be up for viewing shortly.
Okay.
And we also have our Facebook page.
Well, the clouds have rolled in now, and we are in downtown Castlegar at Kinsman Park, which is located right next to the Castlegar District Public Library and is home to the water park, and every June is also home to Castlegar's big festival. And I'm joined by Nicole Beetstra, who's with the Castlegar Festival Society. So thanks so much for joining us today, Nicole.
You're so very welcome.
And maybe tell us, what is the big festival that takes place here?
It's our annual Castlegar Sunfest, and a lot of activities happen in Kinsman Park, but there are activities throughout the town. Pancake breakfast, all kinds of things. But a lot of activities in the entertainment happen right here in Kinsman Park.
Let's talk a little bit about the history of Sunfest. It has been taking place here in Castlegar for a number of years.
A number of years. We're actually coming up on our 50th anniversary in 2 years, so we've started a subcommittee for that. So if anyone wants to get involved, and you know, we're going to be bringing different events and trying to make it bigger and better. I mean, I know it's already a great festival, but bigger and better for our 50th. They can get in touch with us through the website again, and we're always looking for more volunteers and more people to come on our committee. Different people, different ideas, so it just makes it better the more people that are involved.
I know you guys are getting ready. Sunfest is right around the corner, and what do you guys have on deck this year?
Right around the corner is right. It's coming up fast and furious. Well, this year, as always, we always have lots of entertainment, tons of vendors. There's something for everyone, so never fear. Bring anybody that you want down here. You'll find something. But our big headliners this year, our Friday night we have a ZZ Top tribute band, and then Saturday we have a Tragically Hip band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a tribute band. I should make sure that's a tribute band, so no one thinks we're bringing in Tragically Hip.
So it's going to be jam-packed here at Kinsman Park. But as you mentioned, stuff takes place all over Castlegar, correct?
Correct. There's a pancake breakfast. We do have the kids parade out at Pass Creek. There's a Selgar fun run. We have the fireworks out at Selkirk College on Saturday night. The list goes on, but best to check out our website, which is castlegarsunfest.ca, and there's always all the full details on that page as well.
Now, what do you hear from tourists and residents when they come to Sunfest? What do they hear about it?
How do they hear about it, or what do their comments?
What are their comments?
Their comments are always superb. I mean, they're always really kind of amazed at how well it's run and how many different variety of things that we have. Just it really is a family festival that there's something for everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So is there still room for vendors if they want to get involved?
What I would do is I would contact Lori. She's on our Facebook page, and you can find that at Castlegar Sunfest for the Facebook, or again through the castlegarsunfest.ca. I know the food vendors are full, but always looking for different kinds of crafts and different things like that. Full details for contact information for the parade. There's always room for people for the parade. Are all on our website.
Now, why do you keep on, because I know you've been on the Festival Society for a while now.
Yeah.
Why do you stay on? Why do you keep on doing this?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it has been lots of years for sure. Most of our committee, actually, it was really nice because we've got several new people this year, which is really nice to see the community and different individuals stepping up. For myself, it's always just been a way of giving back to the community. We have such an amazing community, so trying to do something and stay involved, and it really does. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's that one weekend that kind of comes to fruition, and you see everybody having such a good time. So,
and I'm sure it's a big reward for the entire committee when that happens.
Amazing, yes. And they all, I mean, really, I mean, I'm the president, but they make me look really good because they do all the hard work for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So all the contact details, all the events, everything's on the website?
As soon as we have a confirmed schedule, we will put it up on our website. And then, of course, a couple weeks before, you'll see ads in the newspaper coming out, information on the radio stations, that kind of thing. But again, anytime you have any questions, you can just contact us through the website. And so June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is the weekend. And again, just look for all the information and all the events on our website.
For more information on Castlegar, you can visit the city's website at castlegar.ca, or you can visit the Chamber's website at castlegar.com. And no matter what you like most about the city of Castlegar, just make sure you do it outdoors. For Where You Live in Castlegar, I'm Jennifer Waldy.